Peter, it's an exciting week ahead, the week of the Unibet Premier League Play-Offs. It's been a long time coming this year. How are you feeling going into it now that we're finally there?
It's nice to come to the end. Obviously, it's dragged out, the longest Premier League ever. It should have been finished in May at the O2, but obviously we can't be there, and we tried to hang on for it, didn't we? But unfortunately, we got to play it behind closed doors. So I'm looking forward to get it over and done with and picking up the trophy.
You've had a week or so at home since the World Grand Prix. Obviously, that didn't go the way that you wanted it to. But how are you feeling about your game going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I feel really good. I ain't got the two best players in the world at the moment. Obviously the world number one, Van Gerwen, and then Gezi Price, who's winning everything at the moment, who's on, really, really quality form and everything. So, lucky enough, them two are not in it. So, no disrespect to the other guys. There's Glenn, who, finished top only by 1 point and one leg in front of me. So they weren't bad. And then obviously Gary's won it twice, and then Nathan Aspinall is, flying up the rankings, and he's done really well past couple of years.
Given that Glenn was top for effectively the entire season, the fact that you got so close to him at the end, is that an indication of how well you played in those final weeks at Milton Keynes?
Yeah, I think so. I think I played well. Obviously, we got a draw with the first one. Maybe if I'd got that, I would have finished top. But, I missed them couple doubles. So I was quite happy to finish, in the top four. Yeah, with all the standard of players that was in it. So, yeah, very good.
And a 9-darter thrown into boot as well. Was that the high point of the season for you?
Yes, obviously. But, I wish I got the other 9-darter then. But I'll have to hit it, in the semis or the finals. So, to scoop the 50,000.
Absolutely, yeah. The bonus there from Unibet for hitting two. Also, speaking of Unibet, you are the favourite going into the playoffs. Do the odds make any difference at this stage with it being down to the final four?
Personally, myself, the form I'm in, I think at the moment, I should be favourite anyway. So, as I said when I qualified in an interview a while back, if I qualify, I'll win it. So, I've done the same with the Worlds, getting to the final of the Worlds, making a few mistakes there in the past, and then I learned, got to the World final, brushed up on the mistakes I made before and won it. So I'm going to do the same again. I won't be missing 7 darts at a double.
Yeah, having been within touching distance of this trophy 4 years ago, I think it was, down at the O2, is that, so obviously learning from those mistakes, but you feel you're in the right place to actually go all the way this time?
Yeah, obviously the only thing I'm going to miss is the crowd, and that's something. But I've got to get on with my job, and then that's go and pick up the trophy.
First up, you got Nathan Aspinall. Obviously, he's a newcomer in the Premier League this season, but he's had a fantastic couple of years. What have you made of the progress that he's made in that time?
To be honest, with his throwing action, I didn't think it'd last. But he's proved to everyone it does. He's like a little John Henderson with the rocking and everything he does on the agony. He's a little firework. I'll call him Mr. Zebedee, because he's always bouncing around. Hopefully I'll keep him on the little roundabout thing on the Zebedee's roundabout and not let him off of it, run circles around him.
I mean, you could see how much it meant to him to get into the playoffs, couldn't you, when he was in tears at the end of that final game a few weeks ago down at Milton Keynes?
Yeah, we could have played it then. And to be honest, I think I would have won it. But it would have been a lot closer, me and Nathan's game, because Gary's shoulder and arm had just gone as well. And then obviously Glenn was gone off form. So it would have been, easier task than it will be. So.
And just finally, I know obviously you changed darts going into the World Grand Prix last week. Have you settled on which set you're going to use on Thursday night?
Yes, I have. Yeah. Tune in.
Can you tell us, or is it a surprise?
No, I'm only taking 2 sets of darts with me. and they're both exactly the same, just in case I break a point.
Brilliant. Thanks, Peter. Good luck.